Hey, we are live. Welcome, visionaries. Welcome to our first Visioneering sprint. I'm so excited. Let's do the intro. Let's see what's going on. All right, I love it. We are live. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome, everyone. I'm live on my Facebook profile page, in the Visionary Pastors page. I'm live on YouTube. Welcome, all of the YouTube um, watchers. I appreciate you joining me for this vision sprint. I'm so excited because I get a chance, an opportunity to work with pastors to see their visions come alive. I see a chance to hear their vision ideas and to walk them through a plan that will help them take it for vision idea to vision campaign. And I also have a software that I will demonstrate in probably 15 minutes. I'm gonna do a short training as we do the sprint today. But I want to welcome everyone who's jumping on. Make sure you get a StreamYard opportunity to show your comments on Facebook, give them permission to show your comments. So I just want to welcome everyone on board. Thank you for being with me today. I'm excited about what's about to happen, not because of me, but because of you. Without a vision, the people perish. And so I'm excited for all of the vision casters, for all of the pastors, for all of you who lead people. I'm excited because this is the most exciting time to be alive as a visionary. I spent a lot of years with Dr. Miles Monroe, who, of course, as you know, if he was a powerful pioneer of vision. He wrote a book called The Power of Vision. I read it from cover to cover several times, and it's one of those books where you can't really put it down. Once you pick it up, you can't put it down because it's talking about how you can fulfill your purpose, how you can bring your purpose to life, how you can literally shift a generation. So the important thing you understand about vision is never about the visionary. It's about the people who you will impact with your God idea, with the words, with the activity, with the intention. And that's what we're talking about today, visionary intention. We're going to focus on the first part of implementing any vision is to have visionary intention. As a matter of fact, that's a good segue. Let me show you the entire program that I have for visionaries. And so we have this program that I use whenever I am preparing to help visionaries implement. What's behind the visionarypastors.com tag is the Visionary Pastor Implementation Program. That's what we use to help pastors implement a roadmap that will allow them to take their vision from vision idea all the way to vision campaign. And today we're talking about step one, which is the first step, the vision intention. The vision intention. What is your intention for your vision? What is it that you desire to achieve when you incorporate your vision or implement your vision into your church? What's the one thing that you desire to have happen? So that's what we're talking about today. And so I'm gonna follow a very simple plan today. The plan is to show and tell. So it's a show and tell plan today. So hopefully you came here for something practical, something that you can utilize, something that you can take back and implement today, because that's exactly what I'm going to give you. Hopefully you're taking notes. This is, of course, being recorded. And I want you to understand that as pastors, it's amazing that we have this opportunity to share our vision with people. But let me start by saying this. It's so important that we share it in such a way where people can literally catch it and run with it. The vision is not just for the visionary, it's for the people who will hear your vision and who are able to then catch it and run with it. And so I want to give you some a quick quote. There's a saying: the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. That's a quote that Dr. Miles put front and center in the Power of Vision book. The quote from Helen Keller that says, the only thing worse than being blind is having sight but no vision. Visionary intention is not just about seeing, it's about envisioning a future that inspires action and transformation. That's the entire power of visionary intention. So I did a little bit of research, and according to the study of Harvard Business Review, organizations with a clearly communicated vision are 4 times more likely to experience above average revenue growth, which means that if they're for every business you want revenue, for every business you want growth, for every business you want to increase. And so it's no different in the church. You want to grow. You want to grow the members. You want to grow externally, but most importantly, you want to grow internally. You know, there's treasure on the inside of us. There's revenue, and there are revenues that we're supposed to give to the rest of the world. So I'm excited for you because today we're going to understand visionary intention. The intent of your vision is key whenever you are getting ready to implement anything in your church. Your members are looking for a path forward. You know, anytime you stand on every Sunday, every time you stand in the pulpit on Sunday, every time you enter those doors on whether it be a Wednesday night or a Thursday night, whatever your midweek service, whenever you are in that place where it is the appointed time for the communication from heaven to go forth into the earth, the people of God are looking for a path forward. You understand that life happens, you know, negative things happen, even positive things happen. But whatever the key is, a vision keeps everybody on track, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. Don't go to the left, don't go to the right. Stay on track until we reach our mark. And we always need to be marching towards something. The intent is the end result. The intent is the high calling. The intent it gives you the direction that you need to be walking in. So, pastors, we're gonna look at a little framework, and I'm going to take you through a few points. And I only want to go for another 3 minutes. So if you are here, this is what I really want to do. I want to get your vision idea, because in another 5 minutes, I desire to demonstrate a software that will allow us to craft vision and take our vision idea from vision idea to vision campaign in minutes. You know, what would take you literally months to do, sometimes years to do, sometimes what people never get done. This software will allow you, called the Vision Launchpad, will allow you to take an idea, your intention, and then craft an incredible vision. So I'm going to shift gears, and I really desire to teach for 3 minutes. So hopefully you give StreamYard permission. So if you are here and you desire to see your vision idea come to pass, come to life right in front of your eyes, I want you to stick with me. Put your vision idea in the comments. I'm going to choose someone in the next few minutes. If there are no volunteers, I will just demonstrate something that I have on my heart right now. So here we go. Let's get into it. All right. So I'm going to train for just a few minutes here, literally a few minutes. And I want to give you steps to developing a clear visionary intention. 4 steps. I'm gonna go ahead and give them to you right now. Step number 1 is to identify your purpose. Step number 2 is to set a specific goal. Step number 3 is to visualize success. Step number 4 is to create an action plan. So this is just a quick framework that will allow you to set your visionary intention. You know, this is so important that you have a purpose in mind. You have to have a purpose in mind. What do I mean by that? You have to take time, pastors, and we have to take time to reflect on what it is that's driving us. You know, what it is that's driving us. What is the goal? What is the passion for serving others? You have to have a purpose in mind. I remember when I started, when we started driving our own purpose, we had a vision statement that was very simple: changing lives, strengthening families, fulfilling destiny. You know, before that became our church vision, that was our personal vision. We sought God for a life change. Literally, we needed a life change. Me and my wife understood we were messed up people coming from a messed up past that needed a new life change. So the first thing on our mind is, how can I use the word of God to change my own life? Until I had the purpose of changing my own life, how can I help somebody else with the purpose of changing their lives? And so the first thing on our hearts was changing lives. Why? Because God changed our life. He shifted our lives. He took us. I'm telling you, you would never think ever imagine that me and Dr. Sam was on the path that we were on, doing the things that we were doing at the time that God encountered us, and we had a God encounter. But God changed our lives. So therefore, we installed a life change system in our church, changing lives. Then immediately we were a family. Immediately, we were a family. We had 4 sons in 6 years. We were almost an instant family. We were a large family right away. And so we sought ways to strengthen our family. We spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of tears, a lot of prayers. God, show us how to be good parents. God, show us how to be a father. Show me how to be a great father. Dr. Sam was always, show me how to be a better wife. We had the praying husband and the praying wife books in our thank God for the Beveres. We had those books. Anything that had to do with family, anything that had to do with how to raise our children, any area that we can get wisdom on that. So changing lives, that was our purpose. Strengthening families, purpose. The last thing on our hearts was fulfilling destinies, because we understand the end result is your purpose being accomplished. Of course, you have the corporate vision, but we understood that every one of us have a purpose. Every one of us have something that God is designed for us to bring to pass in the earth. For this reason, we are here. There's a time for every purpose under heaven. There's a purpose. You are a purpose being. God had something on his mind when he brought you and allowed you to come here. And so that was what we installed in our church: changing lives, strengthening families, fulfilling destinies. So you have to identify your purpose. You have to align your personal values with what God has given you, and bring those values and install them. The reason why God called you as a visionary is because there was something he dealt with you in on a personal level that he wants you to transfer now to a corporate level. The oil that was on Moses, he said, Moses, your experience, I want you to transfer their experience to your leader. So the anointing that was on Moses transferred that grace upon the 70. The same thing. Aaron, that experience that you have gone through, I want you to transfer that oil upon everyone who's attached to you, whether it be part of your beard, those close, those on the outskirts, whatever the case may be. There's a transfer of personal strength and value into the corporate vision. That's why you're the visionary. That's why you're the set visionary. That's why God gave you the candlestick, to become the candlestick, the light of that house. And so what we want to do then, now, once we have installed, okay, these are the lanes we're gonna swim in. We're gonna swim in lane 1, lane 2, lane 3. Now we have to go to set specific goals. Now, what is our goal for a life change? What is our goal for, in our case, using that as a case study? What's the goal for a life change? What's the goal for a strengthened family? What does that look like when your family is actually strengthened? What is the goal or the end result that's measurable for having a fulfilled destiny? What is the goal? So we had to set milestones and set goals and set targets. Okay, for a changed life, of course, we know about the outside things being changed, but a kingdom life, which was our church name, was all about the internal work being done. What we wanted and what we were after is the life change, the inside work, the difficult work. It's easy to change clothes, but to change your heart, your mind, your way you think, the way you operate, your intention, the silent thoughts in your mind, the meditation of your heart. It's easy to put on some different clothes, carry a big Bible, but it's not as easy to watch what you say under pressure. So we taught those little foxes that mess up everything. We taught how to trap them, kill them, and get rid of them. And so that was our plan for changing your life. If we can change, if we can operate with the mind of Christ, then everything else changes. That was our whole idea. So we wanted to install an operating system called the mind of Christ, and that's what we went after. Then for families, we wanted to see your faith and your family's faith, your finances. We literally had conferences called family, faith, and finances, and we focused in on your faith level as a family and your financial future as a family. That was very important to us, because we understood that God blessed us to have a family and prosper as a family. Family business is a real thing, and that's a real thing in the Bible. I'm about my Father's business. And then finally, wrapping up, I want to be done by now. I don't see any comments. Let me check my comments over here. Give StreamYard permission. Those of you who are watching, give StreamYard permission for your comments. I'm looking for anybody with a God idea that I can demonstrate. If you're not going to volunteer, I will still demonstrate what this software can do, because I know somewhere some pastor is saying, I need a solution. that's going to help me communicate my vision better to my church, so I can strengthen my church, so I can ignite the fire inside of the membership, so I can communicate to my leaders, to my board, to the community, what it is that God placed in my heart. This is something that you're really going to want to see. Okay, so the final thing I want to talk about is that the final step, fulfilling destiny. What does that look like? That means that you are now making contribution. You have reached a place now where you receive all that you need to receive. You're ready to contribute, and you're making contribution on some level. And so that is what's important. You have to have identify your purpose, and you got to have specific goals, and then you have to visualize success. This is where, as visionaries, we need to take it to another level. People need to practice seeing themselves in their future. We as visionaries need to practice seeing ourselves in our future. Not just talk about Psalms chapter 1, meditating my word day and night. We need to visualize what it looks like, what it looks like for us to be on the other side of everything that's trying to stop us. We need to practice that, not just talk about it once in a while, but practice that. I put here in my notes, practicing visualization techniques where you vividly imagine yourself achieving your goals and living your vision, using the positive affirmations, using the word of God to reinforce your belief. And that's what it's all about. If we're going to manifest, we have to practice how the Bible will have us to practice visualizing our future. And then as a visionary, you have to do that. You have to lead the way in that, take the charge in that. And I'm telling you, this is something that Dr. Samantha has taught to thousands, and she continued to teach. She has begun to master this topic. Okay, the fourth thing we're going to talk about is creating an action plan. This is why I love this software that I'm about to demonstrate. You have to develop a detailed action plan outlining the steps that you need to realize your vision. And so this is a great place to segue to the Vision Launchpad. I want to show you, pastors and those who are watching, those of you with a vision, everyone is welcome. I want to show you a software that I utilize almost on a daily basis. Only take certain days off. Certain days, of course, I try to keep this thing balanced, but as soon as I can, I jump on, because I have so many ideas, and I begin to refine those other ideas I have, because you can go back and refine things. So let me go ahead and share it. We're going to show and tell for a couple of moments here. I'll present to you the Visionary Launchpad, the Vision Launchpad. All right, so this is what you see here on your screen. It's called the Vision Launchpad, and it has several components. What you're seeing right now is something that I believe is going to be in the hands of thousands of pastors. It's called the Effortless Ministry Messaging Model. Okay, I'm gonna show you the roadmap in just a second, but I want to give you a quick tour of the Vision Launchpad. What happens is, first you plan your vision. It's your campaign planning. Then you create a roadmap that people can follow. Then you create the visual. This is the first 3 steps. Then to launch it, you create visionary assets. But we're not even going to get into this part yet. But I want you to understand the planning. The detailed planning happens here. Okay. What has to happen is you have to have a plan of what's my goal. Okay. Who am I going to touch? How does my God idea help the people who I want to touch? How am I increasing their life, and how am I getting the things that cause confusion and everything else out of their lives? What is the core thing I'm helping people with? What is my core message? I teach in the Effortless Ministry Messaging Model. You have to have 2 core messages, 1 or 2, definitely 1. And anybody who knows me know that my core message, anyone who knows me know that my core message is get off the porch. That's something that I always teach every year, because that's a core message. Get off the porch, get up and do something, give God something to work with. Okay. So the next thing is you have to talk about the core problems, what they're going through. You have to be in touch with the struggles that all of us go through, but primarily those struggles that stop people from accomplishing the intent, the visionary intention, the God idea. And then we have our message for the masses. We call it the $1 million message. Okay. And so I want to show you, once you have your campaign, and this creates your campaign in minutes. I'm going to demonstrate that in just a moment, but I want to give you a glimpse of the vision part. So the vision part is very, very important, because if people can see where they're going, they can accelerate their path. Okay. And so What we have is a design studio where you can actually create a roadmap, a literal roadmap that people can follow. So for this program, I have a roadmap for the effortless ministry messaging model that allows people to understand this is where I'm taking you. Step one, we're going to understand our audience profile. Step two, we'll look at messenger models, frameworks that you can use to communicate with. Then we'll look at a message matrix, what framework to use at what time. Then a channel navigator. When it's time to create content for the public, how do we utilize the different channels out there? And then how do we bring visualization into the forefront? And then how do we use the content in different ways for different results? In other words, I'm conducting and using content for specific purposes. I'm not just blasting out there. I'm doing things in specific ways, whether it's video for this, a blog for that, podcast for this, very specific. And then we talk about automation. Then we get fancy. We get into more tech. Then we talk about how to distribute on a different level, take it up a notch. Then we talk about how to refine the whole system and your messaging system, refine it, make it better. And now it's time for round two. So it's really a closed loop system that will cause you to become a better visionary. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this because I can go from vision idea to vision campaign in minutes, and I'm going to show you how. So I'm gonna hit this plus button right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and create a new campaign. I'm going to call it Visionary. No, what I'll just call it Unlocking the Power of Vision. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So we'll create that, my idea for visionaries. And so we use AI. We are leveraging technology. AI is, if you haven't heard of AI, then I'm not sure where you've been, but AI is not going anywhere. It stands for artificial intelligence. I have a tech background. I used to work for Kennedy Space Center as a flight controls engineer. I literally was a rocket scientist for the space program. So when I see a system, when I see tech, when I see technology that can help us do what we do on a whole nother level, I get excited. So I'm going to generate this with AI. So my idea is unlocking the power of vision. So I want to create a course that will help pastors unlock the power of vision so that they increase their impact and influence. All right. All right, there we go. And grow their membership. Saving that. So that's my big gut idea. Oh, AI credits reach. That happens when you live. My goodness. Okay, so let's try it a different way. Let's do it manual. Okay, so we'll do it manual. Okay, man, that's interesting. So give me a second. I'm gonna go into my other account. You have AI credits and you have a limit. My credits are over. Okay, this is why they're over. Let me just show you. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna go into my other account. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pop that up on the screen. So that goes to show you I've been playing with this program and my credits are over. So I'm going to go into my secondary account and I'm going to do the same thing here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share that. All right, get my new version. All right, and we are ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and let's do that one more time. Unlocking the power of vision. So I'm in my other Vision Launchpad account. So I'm gonna generate with AI. Okay, I want to help pastors. I want to create a course. To help pastors unlock their visions so that they are able to grow their church, impact their communities, and increase their influence. All right, here we go. So use a little Grammarly, saving next. All right, here we go. So we're getting ready to see the power of AI in action right now. So I do have AI credits on this one. I apologize. Always have a backup to the backup. I learned that in tech too. Always have a backup system. So here we go. So here's my course. It's for visionary pastors. And it's about church growth. So now I have some goals. I have a type. I can even change my type. I can do coaching. I can do consulting. I have it as a service. I can do a boot camp. I can have an event, virtual event. And I can change who it's for. Visionary pastors, community leaders, evangelistic organization, empower the ministers in my church, teach how to become an influential preacher. I apologize, trying to talk too fast. And so it's for church growth, or it can be for effective outreach, increased influence, empowerment for your congregation, or community impact. So you can change even the focus, the intent. Okay. So I want to show you. You can even type in what you want. You can delete what you want. Pastors, let me tell you, you have complete control over anything the AI is doing. You can manually put in what you desire. If you already have something in mind, you can utilize that in a matter of seconds. Even with changing my entire platform out, it only took a few minutes for me to come up with a powerful outline. My program 9-step outline. Number 1, discovering your vision. Number 2, creating a vision statement. Number 3, developing a strategy. Number 4, building a strong leadership team. Number 5, implementing your strategy. Number 6, communicating your vision. Number 7, creating a culture of growth. Number 8, overcoming obstacles. Number 9, measuring success. That's a matter of seconds. Look at this outline. How long would it have taken you to just come up with those 9 things? How much research you would have to do? You would have to research. You would have to read some books. You have to listen to some audios. You had to attend a couple of conferences. You have to deduce all of that down to come up with this, because I'm telling you, you wouldn't have gotten all this in one location. But the power of AI allows you to pull in all of this information, and then you check in your spirit. Is this what I want to talk about? Is this what I had in mind? And you should always have something in mind before you even start this process. I have a whole program just for preparing to use this AI technology. Discovering your vision. Learn to identify and articulate your unique vision for your church and community. Hello, creating a vision statement. Develop a clear, concise statement that communicates your vision to others. And I can go on and on. It's very detailed, very intentional. Every step has a result. Every step is intended for a purpose and a goal. That's what I love. I can regenerate. I can rewrite for beginners. I can rewrite for advanced users. I can apply the regeneration to one or to all. I'm going to go save and next because I love what is outlined. So we're going now, it's going to take the outline and begin to create a roadmap in just a few seconds here. But this is why I want you to understand that this roadmap is everything you need at this point to start communicating your vision to your church. Right now, you're ready. Your vision explorer, discovering your vision, learn to identify and articulate your unique vision for your church and community. Now you have naming, you have your naming details here. You can change the names for them, but these are creative names that grab attention, that is not boring. That's not the same old, so you don't look like somebody who just copied somebody else. This is a unique naming structure just for you, Pastor. You can uniquely create a vision that fits within the scope of your personality and the way God influences you. If you're a hip hop pastor, you can have hip hop names. You know, if you're inner city, you can have inner city structure to this. If you are urban, if you're in the country, wherever you are, if you deal with business people, if you deal with rehabs, whatever the case may be, you understand what I'm saying. You can begin to structure the naming to communicate the purpose. And so this is so cool. I love these names. And look, they even have one called engineer. That's me all day. Vision explorer, statement sculptor, strategic architect, leadership builder, implementation engineer, communication master, growth nurturer, obstacle crusher. Let's go. Success gauge. I'm not changing a thing. So saving nets. So now I'm taking it into a more structured format. Not only do we have the names, but we're going to create a 3x3 format where now I have a training teaching structure being built behind the scenes. This program is not arbitrary. You can't do this with ChatGPT. This is something that it will take you so long to try to do with just an ordinary program. But the Vision Launchpad allows you to get this done in a way that takes away the months, the years, the weeks, and reduce it down to minutes. Look, 3 minutes. And I have my entire campaign. For Visionary, here's my name. Visionary Church Growth Blueprint. My topic is church growth and leadership. What am I going to do? I'm gonna just go by the numbers. My target is visionary pastors, church planners, and ministry leaders. My ideal person for me to help is someone who's committed to achieving their vision, open to guidance and coaching, ready to create lasting change in their church and community. Who I cannot help is someone who's unwilling to invest the time and effort into their vision. Isn't that the truth? Those who are resistant to seeking help, I can't help them. Those who are resistant to learning new strategies, who are unprepared for making significant change in their approach to leadership or growth, I can't help them. If you're resistant, of course. So now you identify those who will waste my time on my way to helping people who I can help. And those who may need some more time to get into a state of mind where now they're committed to achieving their vision. Now they're open to guidance. Now I can see where I can take somebody if I want to work with them to go from one state to another. Okay, if that's my ministry, then I can see the two different states right here. So here's what I increase with my program. I increase leadership skills. I increase community engagement. I increase spiritual growth. I increase church membership. I increase outreach effectiveness. What I'm going to get rid of is vision confusion, team disunity, strategy, stagnation, congregational resistance, and growth barriers. So that's what I'm going to eliminate with my program. Okay, now people can see the value of what it is that you bring into the table. You're not just like every other preacher. Now you're bringing something unique to the table. Now, my core thing I'm going to help people with is church growth, increased membership, and strong spiritual community. Wow. So you see how clearly I can articulate what it is I'm going to do? The core problems I'm dealing with, the core struggles that people usually have to overcome, the obstacles is needing to become a marketing expert. I didn't need to become a marketing expert to create this. Having to be a perfect leader. No, you don't have to be a perfect leader. You can just be a leader who's pursuing a profession. Relying on massive financial resources. That's what we usually believed in the past, that we had to wait for a millionaire to walk in the church, somebody to give this big tithe and offering, praying for a big, massive just drop. No, now you can start small and finish big. That's my mantra. Start small, finish big. Don't despise their small beginnings. Now you have something you can start small with, but it's already a big vision. And here's my statement. The Visionary Church Growth Blueprint is a unique course that helps visionary pastors, church planners, and ministry leaders increase membership in 90 days or less without needing to become a marketing expert. That's how I help people. My goodness, that is so powerful. So you got all that done in just a few minutes. Now you have a product roadmap that's already complete. You have phase 1, vision building. Phase 2, leadership and implementation. And phase 3 is growth and success. And for each one of these phases, you got 3 steps that we already gave names to. And they all have a purpose. This is your entire program right here, right before your eyes. Discovering your vision, learn to identify and articulate your unique vision for your church and community, your statement sculptor. You can see everything here. You can read right through that. And you can see it all makes sense. You can go through and you can, if you want, I can go into the Vision Explorer. I'm just going to show you one because if I show you one, they are all the same. I can go in here. If I don't want to say Vision Explorer, I can change the name. I can get rid of this and call it something different, but I'm gonna keep it because I love it. I don't want to mess this one up. But discovering your vision, learn to identify. So you got an outline here. You have even here what you're going to do. You're going to bring clarity. Here's your topic is vision development. You can teach your entire program right from this software, but you don't have to. Why? Because now you can go and create a visual. The same way I showed you my visual roadmap, you can go now and create a visual. I'm just going to pick the first one. You can go in here and it's going to build your entire roadmap, a visual representation of what it is that you desire to communicate to your church. So I just chose the first template. Here's my roadmap. I'm in my design studio. You don't have to, it's just like if you use any kind of Canva, cut and paste, change the colors. It is so simple. So here's my roadmap for the Visionary Church Growth Blueprint. All of my steps already mapped out, and you can see exactly where you're going. From point A right here, point A to point B, all the way mapped out. How awesome is that? So I just wanted to show you that. And that's the Vision Launchpad. And that is exactly what we're up to. We're up to helping pastors take their vision from vision idea to vision campaign. So today we talked about in this sprint, and I'm done. We are right on schedule. I wanted to go for 30 to 40 minutes. I literally told my wife, I'm not gonna go no longer than 40 minutes. And I'm at 36 minutes and 46 seconds. That's all those years of preaching. Over 20 years preaching, you can get that done. All right, so listen, what I want to tell you as we conclude today is that you have to be intentional with your vision. We talked about being intentional with your vision, and I'm gonna give you those steps one more time. Number one, identify your purpose. Number two, set specific goals. Number three, visualize success. Number four, create an action plan. And when you have a tool that can help you do all of those, it allows you to accelerate the process. Why? Because I have a vision for my overall ministry. Then now I have a vision for creating a vision for the worship team. Now creating a vision for the children's church. Now creating a vision for the men's department, the women's department. Now for the bicycle club, for the beach club, for the golf club, for the businessmen. Come on, for the shopping club. whatever it is that you want to do in your church, you can tie it all back to the main corporate hub vision, because that's what you have the ability to do. And you don't have to spend years trying to figure it out. So I'm excited about this. This is the first sprint. We ran real hard, even with a glitch. We still got it done. So look how fast I was able to do that. Now, 38 minutes later, I taught you a lesson on visionary intention. I created an entire program that I am going to absolutely keep. And I just recap what we just learned. So definitely join me every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I didn't want to get the times messed up. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. I'm on the West Coast, but I give preference to your East Coasters. 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. here on the West Coast, Pacific time. So I'm so excited. I'm Dr. Mike. I enjoyed this sprint. We're going to sprint again. If you're not already in the Visionary Pastors Facebook page, you're not following that page, follow that page. If you're not in the group, ask for access in the group. But more than that, go to visionarypastors.com, watch the demo, get involved. It is so inexpensive. It's going to take years off of your life, stress off of your body. You're going to have a clear mind. Trust me, I know. God bless you, and I'll speak with you for the next sprint. Take care. God bless.